Gauteng government is today hosting an energy expo in Bryanston, and that's to discuss alternative energy sources. That expo follows an announcement during the State of the Nation address that government is planning to take hospitals, national and provincial departments and municipalities off the grid. The event will be addressed by Premier Panyaza Lesufi and some energy experts. Get you a sense of what else we should know. Bring in Newzroom Afrika's Govan Whittles, who's watching the story. He joins us now live. And Govan, I wonder at this early stage whether we are any clearer about the kind of solutions that are likely to be discussed at this expo.
Well, they are ranging from, of course, meeting the objectives that were stated in the State of the Nation address, which really focus on how the government will get off the grid, to implementing the objectives of the just energy transition. That's really what this Energy Expo is about, and it's the reason why the Gauteng government has convened not only its senior leadership, but also the entrepreneurs, the industrialists who will be implementing the just energy transition, and the people who are developing the technology that will help get Gauteng energy security from alternative sources. And one of the ways in which the just transition is being implemented is through the development of the green hydrogen valley and the development of zero-emission buses. That's where I'd like to bring in Mr. Patukolo Notata. He's the owner of Siga Energy, and he's had an interesting experience developing 100% zero-emission buses with green hydrogen. Just tell us about your experience and how it feeds into how we might have zero-emissions Gautrain buses on the road.
Okay. Good morning, everyone. I started doing hydrogen fuel cell buses some few years ago, and we hit a snag where there was no charging infrastructure for these buses. So the buses with Gautrain that you see on the road currently, it's hydrogen fuel cell ready, and it's currently driving on diesel, but you can take out that diesel power pack and put in an electric power pack, and you can take that electric power pack and put in hydrogen fuel cell power pack. So in having a challenge of infrastructure, we went on to say that, we need to go and generate our own energy, and with the support of the local universities, your UWC, your Parke, your UCT, we developed, and Hydrogen South Africa, we then developed a green hydrogen fuel and systems, and then we're now commercializing what we have worked on for quite some years. And my focus, whereas the partnership included the mines, your Anglos, your Impalas, and they powering up the mines. I focus on powering the industrialization of Gauteng, because I'm based in Gauteng. I understand manufacturing as key need of energy, and this is why I chose to do this for the buses and for stationary application as well, which is buildings.
You have a factory in Randfontein employing South Africans there, and we know that the Green Hydrogen Valley is integral in trying to roll out energy the just energy transition towards net zero. What kind of potential exists for this industry in Gauteng?
Okay, there's a huge opportunity that is existing in Gauteng. For instance, Gauteng is the fifth largest economy in Africa. And being a fifth largest economy, it means that most industrial manufacturing happens here in Tshwane, in West Rand, in East Rand. So we need to be able to generate clean energy. And our way to develop clean energy is using inputs that we have in South Africa. We've got lots of sun, we've got lots of wind, and then we've got the platinum metals close by. So we've done and used a combination of what we have locally, and then we'll be able to produce energy that is sustainable and all of that. So we've started something at Siga Energy where we partnered with Kelvin Power Station. We will transform Kelvin Power Station from a coal power station into gas and ultimately to hydrogen fuel cell. And it's a transition that we're doing, and we're ready for the market. And we have other projects. We're probably working on the airport. We're probably working on the Lanseria Smart City, where we'll be making sure that the Lanseria Smart City will have green hydrogen. We're also working with the industrial estate and the industrial parks, where we can be able to generate embedded generation electricity for the use of residential estate industrial parks.
Thank you so much, Mr. Paolo Nodada, head of Siga Energy. That's a glance into the future, really, when he speaks about the Lanseria Smart City. It's a promise made in 2019 by the President, yet to come to fruition, and there's a lot of anticipation around seeing the kind of development in that area. I'd like to bring in now the Director General within the Office of the Premier, Mr. Mduduzi Mbata. He'll give us just a short sense of the urgent priorities that they're trying to meet at this Energy Expo. Mr. Mbata, thank you so much for your time. This expo happens after big promises were made by the President, but also ahead of the State of the Province address. There is great expectation that Gauteng would change how it sources energy or consumes energy. What can we expect this expo to resolve?
Thank you very much, Govan. Premier Lesufi understands the problem and the challenges. He's created an opportunity today for us to interact with all those people that have got solutions and responses to the current energy crisis. Out of this expo, we want to create the partnerships with all the entrepreneurs, SMMEs, but also listen to the magnitude of the problem so that we can have very direct and clear solutions. One of the biggest challenges is to be able to make sure that load shedding does not affect businesses, especially SMMEs in the townships as an important area, because that's where most of the people reside. In line with our Township Economic Development Act, we want to make sure that all those retail shops, plaza shop owners are able to be supported during this energy crisis.
Thank you so much, Mr. Mduduzi Mbata. We appreciate that. We'll get more insights from the government officials who are here at the Energy Expo, and we'll bring them to you live. And of course, there is that address by the Premier, which will be followed by a panel discussion with some of these experts and senior government officials. For now, though, it's back to you.
Govan Whittles live to us there from Bryanston in Johannesburg. We look forward to that coverage, Govan. Thanks very much indeed.